Welcome to the Activated Storytellers 27th podcast, December 21st, 2006.
This week's story is The Gift of the Magi, an American story by O. Henry.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Zephyr.
And together we are
The Activated Storytellers.
Our third voice is back with us this week. Yay! Zephyr landed yesterday, which we're recording this on we're recording it the day after we came back.
Tuesday. This is Tuesday.
Yes, we're recording this on a Tuesday.
This is not Tuesday when you're hearing it, but this is Tuesday when we're speaking it. It takes sound a couple of days to travel these days.
Yeah, speed of the internet's awfully slow around here. But our voice is back. Zephyr Dugan Goza is back with us live. Here he is.
We ought to do a video podcast because then it would reach their eyes quicker because light travels quicker than sound.
So, how was North Carolina? You were back there to record with your band? You jammed? You got some stuff done?
I did. I was there for about 10 days. I was recording with my band, known as A Simple Disaster. We are on MySpace, myspace.com/A Simple Disaster. You can check us out there.
That's a simple disaster.
As opposed to a complex disaster. And we got to record in an actual professional studio, which we were actually paying for. And it's kind of weird because I don't think I've ever actually heard us sound that good. I'm not quite used to hearing us sound like actual music. I'm more used to hearing us sound like a couple of guys with guitars. But we ended up actually doing pretty well, I think.
And do you have something here that we can listen to and judge for ourselves to see whether or not we think you're as good as you think you are?
Well, I know you already like it because I did it, so simply by virtue of me doing it, it's truly amazing. But what the hey, I suppose I might as well let people have a listen anyway.
All right. Well, what is this piece you're going to do here for us?
The piece you're about to hear is going into the chorus of a song called Rocker Chick, which is the second track on our EP, which is just kind of like a CD only. It's got about 5 or 6 tracks. An EP is just kind of like a preview of a CD that's to come.
I'm glad you explained that because I had no idea what an EP was. All right, well, here we go. Rocker Chick, the chorus of Rocker Chick.
She disappeared like smoke on the wind and down the road and can't stop walking. Ready to go, where did the rocker chick go? Where did she go? I don't know.
That was quite a sound with that little cigar box with a yardstick attached to it and rubber bands for strings, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's nothing. You should have seen the nickel I used for a pick. I'm just kidding. Do not use a nickel as a substitute pick. You will break strings. Do not try that.
And how do we know this?
Anyway, so what city were you in North Carolina?
Well, I was in around the...
Wait. You're his father. You don't know where you sent him?
I know. I just want him to tell us.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a segue. All right.
That would be Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
I thought we sent you to Raleigh.
Actually, you sent me to Charlotte. That was where I landed, and then I went to Winston-Salem. And you're talking about him not paying attention? Good job,
no
Mom.
idea.
What about Greensboro?
Greensboro, yeah, our drummer lives in Greensboro, but he came over to Winston-Salem, so I didn't really go to Greensboro.
Okay.
All right, then. There's a Greensboro connection coming up here. That's why I wanted to get Greensboro in there.
Oh, I get it. And what is the connection?
Well, Greensboro was the home or the birthplace of a famous American writer.
Was it O. Henry?
It was O. Henry. It was William Sidney Porter who wrote under the pen name of O. Henry.
Oh, okay. And that is significant because?
Because this week, in fact, in just a moment, we're going to be doing his story, The Gift of the Magi, which is one of the all-time classic Christmas stories.
Well, that's weird. It's almost like we planned it that way or something.
Good thing. The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry. $1.75, 76, 80, 85, 86, 87. $1.87. Oh, that's all I have. What can I do with $1.87? Oh, I'll count that again.
$1.87. That was all Della could find. And part of that was in pennies. Pennies that she had scraped up by bulldozing the grocer, and the vegetable man and the butcher.
$1.87. Oh, tomorrow's Christmas. Oh, there's nothing I can do.
Well, finally she finished her cry and began to powder her cheeks to cover up the fact that she had been crying.
Tomorrow will be Christmas, and all I have is $1.87 to buy Jim a present.
Now, there were 2 possessions in their household which they really, really valued. One was Jim's gold watch that had been his father's and his grandfather's. The other was Della's hair, her beautiful waist-length brown hair. She stood looking at it in the mirror, and then she had an inspiration.
Oh, I know what to do. I can't say that I like it, but I've got to. What's $1.87 gonna get me?
So she took off down the street until she came to a shop where the sign said,
Madame Sofroni's hair goods of all kinds. Well, here goes nothing.
Yes, it was a wig shop, and she went in to see if she could sell her hair to a wig maker.
Will you buy my hair?
I buy hair. Take your hat off and let's have a sight at the looks of it.
How much?
$20, I'd say.
Give it to me quick, before I change my mind.
So the transaction was made. The woman cut off her hair, gave her the $20, and after Della left...
Oh, now, if I can just find what I'm looking for. Oh, surely it's got to be in one of these shops. Oh, I know, it must be here somewhere. Aha! Sir, how much is this?
Well, let's see. That's about $21. Even. Yeah, we'll call it $21.
$21. Well, here you go. 19, 20, 21.
There you are.
Thank you, sir.
So with the 87 cents still left to her, she went on home.
Oh, now just to do something with this mess that the wig maker left on my head. I'll fix it up with some curling irons. There. Well, if Jim doesn't kill me before he takes a second look at me, he'll say I look like a Coney Island chorus girl. But what could I do? Oh, what could I do with $1.87?
At 7 o'clock, the coffee was made, and the frying pan was on the back of the stove, hot and ready to cook the chops. Jim was never late. Jim stepped inside the door, and his eyes were fixed on Della. And there was an expression in them that she could not read, and it terrified her. It was not anger, nor surprise, nor disapproval, nor horror, nor any of the sentiments that she had been prepared for. He simply stared at her fixedly with that peculiar expression on his face.
Jim? Darling? Don't look at me that way. I had my hair cut off and sold it because I couldn't live through Christmas without giving you a present. It'll grow out again. You won't mind, will you? I just had to do it. My hair grows awfully fast. Well, say Merry Christmas, Jim, and let's be happy. You don't know what a beautiful, nice gift I've got for you.
You cut off your hair?
Cut it off and sold it. Don't you like me just as well anyhow? I'm me without my hair, ain't I?
You say your hair is gone?
You needn't look for it. It's sold, I tell you. Sold and gone. It's Christmas Eve.
Jim drew a package from his overcoat and threw it upon the table.
Don't make any mistake, Dell, about me. I don't think there's anything in the way of a haircut or a shave or a shampoo that could make me like my girl any less. But if you'll unwrap that package, you may see why you had me going a while at first.
White fingers and nimble tore at the string and paper, and then an ecstatic scream of joy. And then, alas, a quick feminine change to hysterical tears and wails. For there lay the combs, the set of combs, side and back, that Della had worshipped so long in a Broadway window. Beautiful combs, pure tortoise shell, with jeweled rims, just the shade to wear in the beautiful vanished hair. They were expensive combs, she knew, and her heart had simply craved and yearned over them without the least hope of possession. And now they were hers. But the tresses that should have adorned the coveted adornments were gone.
My hair grows so fast, Jim. Oh! I almost forgot. You haven't opened your present yet. Here. Isn't it a dandy, Jim? I hunted all over town to find it.
A watch chain?
You'll have to look at the time 100 times a day now. Oh, give me your watch. I want to see how it looks.
Instead of obeying, Jim tumbled down to the couch and put his hands over the back of his head and smiled.
Dell, let's put our Christmas presents away and keep 'em a while. They're too nice to use just at present. I sold the watch to get the money to buy your combs. And now suppose you put the chops on.
The Magi, as you know, were wise men, wonderfully wise men who brought gifts to the babe in the manger. They invented the art of giving Christmas presents. Being wise, their gifts were wise, possibly bearing the privilege of exchange in case of duplication. And here I have lamely related to you the uneventful chronicle of two foolish children in a flat who most unwisely sacrificed for each other the greatest treasures of their house. But in a last word to the wise of these days, let it be said that of all who give gifts, these were the wisest. Oh, they are the Magi.
And that's the story of the gift of the Magi. And I believe that Dennis, last episode, had promised us a Christmas story. Do you have that for us? We've been waiting.
Yes, I was hoping to look this up and find some more details about it that I've forgotten. Unfortunately, through all my research, I've not been able to locate it again, but it supposedly really did happen about 2 years ago. I believe this was the Christmas of 2004 in New York City. And what happened was the police were under orders to evacuate the homeless people, to boot them out from one of their encampments, from all of their encampments, I guess, basically. And there was one young policeman who refused to evacuate this one certain homeless man. And because of that, he was suspended from his job for 30 days. And this suspension, of course, came just before Christmas. So here he was without a source of income for his wife and kids for Christmas. Well, the word of this spread throughout the homeless community in New York City, and they all started to take up a collection for him. They sold bottles and cans. They did whatever they could to raise money. And as I recall, they raised about $4,000, which they turned over to him and his family.
$4,000. That's quite some Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Did he get his job back? Do you know?
Yes, he was just suspended. He wasn't fired.
Right.
But it came at a very bad time.
That is quite some story. We hope you pass the Christmas spirit around this season, or the holiday spirit around.
Or the Kwanzaa spirit, or the winter solstice, or whatever you happen to celebrate.
Or the Hanukkah spirit.
Yes, or any combination of the above. There is, unfortunately, a new breed of Grinch these days that wants everyone to celebrate the same holidays they do, the same way they do, and express holiday greetings in the same words they do. And if people try to be more inclusive, then they think those people are bad and are against Christmas and so on. Well, to that we say, bah humbug.
Bah humbug.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
But to those people, and to you, and to everyone else, we say,
Happy holidays.
The Activated Storytellers perform at schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use American Sign Language, physical comedy, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring the stories to life. For booking information, check our website at www.activated-storytellers.com, where you can also find out when the Activated Storytellers will be performing near you. Read a story, or order one of our audio CDs. Until next time.